You just sent out your 20th application this week, rewrote your resume for the third time, spent an hour customizing a cover letter, and then, nothing. Radio silence. Here's what nobody's telling you about that rejection. It wasn't a human who said no, a robot killed your application in 7 seconds flat because you missed 3 keywords buried in paragraph 6 of a job posting you barely read. But here's the thing, the same AI screening you out can actually get you hired, for free. So, let's talk about it. Right now there's a war happening that most job seekers don't even know exists. On one side, 98% of Fortune 500 companies are using applicant tracking systems to filter candidates. On the other side, 75% of qualified people are getting rejected before a human even glances at their resume. Not because they're unqualified, because the software can't read their file format, or they're missing keywords, or their fancy design turned into gibberish when the ATS tried to parse it, and it's getting worse. In October 2025, 88% of companies now have AI baked directly into their hiring process. They're screening thousands of applications in minutes. If your resume doesn't speak robot, you're invisible. So what changed? Why is this suddenly everyone's problem? The systems got smarter. Way smarter. Back in 2020, ATS tools were basically keyword matchers with delusions of grandeur. Now, they're using the same AI tech that powers ChatGPT to understand context, evaluate experience, and rank candidates against each other in real time. Translation: the filter just got a PhD, and most people are still writing resumes like it's 2015. But here's the flip side. The same technology that's rejecting you is now available to help you beat it, and the best tools won't cost you $1. Let me show you exactly how this works. You start with Teal. It's not just a resume builder, it's a full job search operating system. You can track every application, scan job descriptions for keywords, and customize your resume to match specific roles without starting from scratch every single time. And here's the crazy part. It's completely free. Not a trial. Not a freemium trap where you build the perfect resume but can't download it without paying. Unlimited resumes, unlimited downloads, no paywall. The AI does something most people don't even think about. It suggests accomplishments you actually achieved but forgot to mention, pulls metrics, highlights impact, makes you sound like the best version of yourself without inventing qualifications you don't have. You're probably thinking this sounds automated, robotic, like every resume is going to look identical. Wrong. Here's what actually happens. You input your real experience, real skills, real career history. The AI doesn't fabricate your background. It helps you present what's already there in language that both hiring managers and ATS software understand. Teal's AI analyzes your work history and the job you're targeting, then generates customized content that matches. You keep what works, edit what you like, skip what doesn't fit. You're in control the entire time. But resumes are only half the battle. Cover letters are the other half, and most people either skip them completely or write something so generic it might as well not exist. I am writing to express my interest in the position. Yeah, so is everyone else. AI-generated cover letters are now based on both your resume and the job description. You paste in the posting. The AI scans it, pulls the key requirements, drafts a letter that actually speaks to what the employer wants. In under 2 minutes. Think about that. You used to spend an hour crafting a cover letter, second-guessing every sentence, wondering if you sounded desperate or not enthusiastic enough. Now you get a solid draft in 120 seconds that you can personalize and send. The time savings alone are absolutely insane. But let's dig deeper into what makes these tools actually work. It's not just speed, it's strategy. The best AI resume builders help you include job-relevant keywords and create ATS-friendly formatting. They're reverse engineering the exact systems that are filtering you out. Tools like Rezi use AI keyword targeting that scans job descriptions to identify crucial keywords and naturally incorporates them into your resume. It gives your application the right focus without keyword stuffing. That last part matters, because 75% of qualified candidates get rejected because ATS can't read the resume correctly. Wrong file format, missing keywords. But if you just dump keywords everywhere, a human recruiter will instantly see through it and toss your application anyway. The AI solves this by weaving keywords naturally into your existing experience. It doesn't force them, it finds places where they actually belong. Now here's where this gets controversial. Some people think using AI for resumes is cheating, that employers will somehow detect you used it and automatically reject you. Employers might think you used AI, but that's rarely an issue. What they actually care about is getting a well-written resume that showcases your skills and experiences accurately. Think about it. Hiring managers don't care if you used spell check. They don't care if you asked a friend to proofread. They care whether your resume clearly communicates why you're qualified for the role. AI is just a better proofreader, one that understands job descriptions, knows what skills matter, and can translate your experience into language that both humans and machines understand. And honestly, they're probably using AI to screen you anyway, so why wouldn't you use the same technology to get past their filters? Let me give you a real example of how this plays out. You're applying for a marketing coordinator role. The job description mentions data-driven campaigns, cross-functional collaboration, and social media analytics 17 times across different sections. You have that experience. You ran campaigns, you worked with other teams, you analyzed metrics, but your resume just says manage social media accounts because that's how you thought about the work at the time. AI summary generators draft a summary based on your work history and achievements for a professional introduction. When you feed it the job description, it picks up on those repeated themes and suggests rephrasing your bullets to say, collaborated with cross-functional teams to execute data-driven social media campaigns, analyzing performance metrics to optimize reach and engagement. Same experience, different framing, and suddenly your resume matches what the ATS is hunting for. But here's what most people miss. The real power isn't in building one perfect resume, it's in customizing multiple versions for different roles. You're not applying to one job, you're applying to 20. Each one wants something slightly different highlighted. Before AI tools, you had two terrible options. Send the same generic resume everywhere and pray, or spend hours creating custom versions you'd never realistically finish. Now you can spin up a tailored resume in minutes. Paste the job description. Let the AI scan for keywords, adjust the suggested changes, download, apply, move on. The velocity alone changes everything about job hunting. And speaking of velocity, let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention. An effective ATS can decrease the average hiring cycle by as much as 60%. More than 86% of recruiters agree their ATS has reduced overall time to hire. What does that mean for you? Companies are moving faster, they're screening more applications in less time. The window to get noticed is shrinking. If you're still manually crafting resumes the old way, you're competing against people using AI to apply to 5 times as many jobs in the same amount of time. With better optimized applications, you're not just fighting for attention, you're fighting against speed. But here's the part that matters most. None of this technology replaces you. It amplifies you. Your skills are real. Your experience is real. Your accomplishments are real. AI just helps you communicate them in a way that hiring systems understand and recruiters appreciate. AI resume builders analyze massive amounts of data to identify what skills, experiences, and achievements will make your resume stand out to potential employers. They're not inventing qualifications you don't have, they're surfacing the ones you forgot to emphasize. And that makes all the difference. So let's break down exactly how to do this, step by step. First, pick your tool. Teal's resume builder is actually free to build and download unlimited resumes, making it the obvious choice for most people. But there are others. Kickresume uses OpenAI's GPT model to auto-populate your resume based on answers you provide in a 2-minute questionnaire. Different tools, same goal. Second, upload your existing resume or start from scratch. The AI needs raw material, your job history, education, skills. Don't worry about making it perfect yet. Just get the information in. Third, find a job posting you actually want. Copy the entire description. Every word. Paste it into the AI tool's job matching feature. This is where the magic happens. The AI scans that posting for keywords, requirements, and patterns. Then it compares them to your resume and shows you exactly what's missing. Fourth, apply the suggestions. The AI will recommend adding specific skills, rephrasing bullet points, emphasizing certain experiences. You don't have to accept everything. Pick what's accurate and relevant. Ignore what doesn't fit. Fifth, generate your cover letter. Same process. Paste the job description. Let the AI draft a personalized letter. Edit it so it sounds like you, not a robot. This should take 5 minutes, not an hour. Sixth, download both documents in the correct format. ATS often rejects applications because of wrong file formats. Most tools default to PDF, which is usually safe, but check the job posting to be sure. Finally, track everything. Built-in job trackers help manage applications, notes, and deadlines so you can keep track of which resume version you sent where. You're going to forget otherwise. The tracker solves that problem. Now here's the reality check. Using AI tools doesn't guarantee you'll get hired, but 94% of recruiters agree that their ATS has had a positive impact on their organization's hiring processes. The companies screening you trust these systems completely. If they're using AI to filter candidates, you'd be out of your mind not to use AI to get past those filters. And the data backs this up. New hires recruited via ATS have 40% lower turnover rates. Why? Because the matching is better. When resumes accurately reflect skills and jobs accurately describe requirements, both sides win. The AI isn't just helping you get interviews, it's helping you find roles you're actually suited for. But there's one more piece to this that nobody talks about. Mindset. Job searching is brutal. Rejection after rejection wears you down. You start questioning whether you're qualified, whether your experience matters, whether anyone even wants what you have to offer. Using AI tools removes some of that weight. You're not second-guessing every word choice. You're not wondering if you highlighted the right skills. The tool gives you confidence that your resume is optimized, formatted correctly, and speaking the language hiring managers expect. That mental shift matters more than you think. So, where does this leave us? You now know that 98% of Fortune 500 companies use applicant tracking systems to screen applications. You know that 75% of qualified candidates get rejected because ATS can't read their resume properly. And you know that free AI tools exist to solve both problems. The question isn't whether you should use them, it's why you haven't started already. Because right now, someone with your exact skills and experience is using these tools to apply to the same jobs you want. Their resume is getting past the ATS. Yours isn't. They're getting interviews. You're getting silence. The playing field just leveled. But only if you actually use the tools. And here's what comes next. AI in hiring isn't slowing down. It's accelerating. 25% of organizations are planning to implement AI-driven ATS by 2027. The systems are getting smarter. The filtering is getting tighter. The window to stand out is getting narrower. Which means the tools you use to compete have to evolve too. And they are. The next wave of AI resume tools won't just optimize keywords, they'll predict which companies are most likely to hire you based on your background. They'll automatically update your resume when you gain new skills. They'll send applications on your behalf to roles that match your profile. We're not there yet, but we're close. For now, you have access to tools that can triple your interview rate without spending $1. Tools that turn job applications from a week-long slog into a same-day sprint. Tools that level the playing field between you and everyone else fighting for the same opportunities. The only question left is whether you're actually going to use them. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one tool. Teal, Rezi, Kickresume, doesn't matter which. Create an account. Upload your resume. Find one job posting, just one. Let the AI scan it, apply the suggestions, download the result, see how different it looks, how much stronger it reads, how much more confident you feel hitting that submit button, then do it again, and again, until applying to jobs stops feeling like throwing resumes into a black hole and starts feeling like a process you actually control. Because that's what these tools give you: control, confidence, and a fighting chance in a system designed to filter you out. You've made it this far. That means you're serious about getting hired. Now you need to watch the recommended video on the screen right now. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.